Hi students, today we are going to discuss about the topic operations on real numbers. Operations on real numbers. Last year in 8th standard we have learned that the sum, difference, product and quotient of two rational numbers is rational. That is, sum of two rational numbers is rational, difference of two rational numbers is rational, product of two rational numbers is rational, and the quotient of two non-zero rational numbers is rational. These things we have studied from 8th standard. For example, two rational numbers 2 and 3. What is 2 plus 3? We have 2 plus 3 equal to 5. We know that 5 is a rational number. 5 is rational. Another example, consider the rational numbers 10 and 7. Find the difference. What is 10 minus 7? 10 minus 7 equal to 3. 3 is also a rational number. Now we can take another example. Consider the rational numbers 4 and 1 by 2. Find the product. What is 4 into 1 by 2? 4 into 1 by 2 equal to 4 by 2. That's equal to 2. 2 is a rational number. 2 is rational. Another example. Consider the numbers 25 and 7. 25 and 7. Find the quotient 25 division 7. That's equal to 25 by 7. It is a rational number. 25 by 7 is rational. From all these examples, we can understand that the sum of two rational numbers is rational, the product of two rational numbers is rational, the difference of two rational numbers is rational, and the quotient of two rational numbers is also rational. Now we can discuss about irrational numbers. The sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. For example, consider the irrational number root 2. We have root 2 equal to 1.414213, etc. It is a non-terminating, non-repeating number, so it is irrational. If you are adding the rational number 3 to root 2, 3 plus root 2 equal to 4.414213, etc. It is also an irrational number. If you are subtracting, for example, root 2 minus 1, root 2 is irrational, 1 is rational. What is root 2 minus 1? Root 2 minus 1 equal to 0.414213, etc. It is also irrational. From these examples, we can understand that the sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. Then what about the product and quotient of non-zero rational number with an irrational number? The product or quotient of a non-zero rational number with an irrational number is irrational. For example, root 3. The number root 3 is irrational. Root 3 equal to 1.732142, etc. It is a non-terminating, non-repeating number, so it is irrational. Now 5 is a rational number. If we multiply root 3 with 5, root 3 into 5 equal to 1.732, etc. into 5, we will get the answer 8.660714, etc. It is also an irrational number because it is non-terminating, non-repeating number. Now we can divide root 3 by 5. Root 3 we have root 3 by 5 equal to 1.732, etc. division 5. We will get the answer 0.346428, etc. This is also a non-terminating, non-repeating number, so it is irrational. Now note the next fact. If you are adding, subtracting, multiplying or dividing two irrational numbers, then the result may be rational or irrational. For example, root 3 is irrational, root 2 is irrational. If we are adding root 3 plus root 2, we will get an irrational number. If we are adding, we will get a non-terminating, non-repeating number. So it is irrational. Another example, root 5 minus root 5. Root 5 is irrational. Root 5 is irrational. What is the difference of root 5 and root 5? It is 0. We are getting a rational number. Another example, find the product root 2 into root 2. Both are irrational numbers. What's the product of root 2 into root 2? Root 2 into root 2 means root 2 whole square. It is 2. 2 is a rational number. Another example, consider two irrational numbers root 5 and root 2. If you are multiplying root 5 into root 2, we will get root 10. Root 5 into root 2 equal to root 10. Root 10 is irrational. Next example, root 5 by root 5. What is root 5 by root 5? It is 1. 1 is a rational number. And last example, root 10 by root 5. Root 10 by root 5 equal to root of 10 by 5. That's equal to root 2. Root 2 is irrational. From these examples, we can understand that the first point, the sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. The sum or difference of a rational and an irrational number is irrational. The second one, the product or quotient of a non-zero rational number with an irrational number is irrational. The product or quotient of a non-zero rational number with an irrational number is irrational. And the third point, if you are adding or subtracting or multiplying or dividing two irrational numbers. If you are adding, subtracting, multiplying or dividing two irrational numbers, then the result may be rational or irrational.